Hi, my name is Anton. Welcome to my take. In my crosshairs today is a hologram for the king. Now, Tom Hanks is coming off of a series of hits. He's done Captain Phillips, which was amazing. He's done Bridge of Spies, which was awesome. Will this new movie continue his streak or will it break it? Let's take a look. In this movie, Tom Hanks plays a middle-aged, all-American everyman whose life is in quite a bit of a disarray. But he can make it all better if he lands this huge contract in Saudi Arabia for a high-tech product that he's pitching to the king himself. His trip turns out to be a lot more complicated than anticipated. The king is elusive, the culture is confusing, the outcomes are uncertain, so he's seeking solace in new friendships and romantic encounters. One of the most prominent things about this film is the relationship that he develops with his cabbie, the guy who drives him to and from the hotel. They spend quite a bit of time chatting in the car, bonding as men, and it's kind of cute and endearing. This cabbie is definitely the comedic foil of this film. He brings the laughs. His nonchalant attitude to pretty much everything creates a very stark contrast to a country where it sounds like you can get executed fairly easily. But in order for the relationship between him and Tom Hanks to work, there has to be give and take, and so he gives a lot. He teaches him about the culture, and Tom Hanks has to, give something back, but the stuff that he gives him back it doesn't work. He gives him advice on how to deal with a situation with a woman and another guy, and how to handle it like a man, but the whole idea is that he doesn't know how to handle things in this culture, so it doesn't compute. Now, the exploration of male-female relationships, the romantic kind, was done a lot better in this film. Tom Hanks goes through several encounters, some of them more successful than others, but it all ends up adding up to something. Again, if you're hoping to leave the theater feeling mesmerized, probably not gonna happen, but it will give you some interesting insights. In terms of the pacing, the movie goes through a bit of a dip in the middle. It starts off with a lot of interesting dynamics. We get to know about the characters, we get to know about the situation, but then as the movie progresses, by about halfway point, it really loses a lot of its momentum and it kind of becomes scattered. I was getting ready to give up on it at that point. I thought that was how it's gonna end. But it does save itself. It doesn't get you all the way back to where it started in terms of the level of potency, but it gets better. I don't really have any complaints about the acting in this movie. I think everyone did what they were supposed to. It is the writing that I think could have been improved. And even though I haven't read the original novel on which this is based, I suspect that it's the adaptation that didn't quite capture the fullness of this story. And the overall feeling that this movie left me with was that it continuously was aiming for something way more epic than it was actually able to achieve. It was very ambitious, but it just kept falling short of its goal. And I wouldn't say that it was completely disappointing, but a little frustrating. So if you're looking for a feel-good kind of movie and a moderately thought-provoking type of flick, this could be your thing, but I wouldn't expect much more. A quick note on the female lead in this film. Really impressive. A very strong and intelligent woman who figured out a way to make things work for herself in a conservative Muslim country. I just wish we get to see more of that in movies because it's a good message to put out there. Overall, I'm gonna give this movie a 7 out of 10. It was a solid film, but it's not gonna be the next Forrest Gump. This is my take. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.